Chase, how's it going?
How are you, man?
Excellent. Good to sit down with you. We've obviously been friends for a long time. You kind of saw me on my journey throughout the solar industry, and
I did.
You've been at it for a long time. So, I just kind of wanted to sit down with you and talk about your journey, because whenever I need advice on something in the industry, with Horizon or just personal advice, you're one of those people that I call. And as you know, I called you 2 weeks ago about something that was confidential that I just wanted to talk through with you. So you're someone that I go to for advice, for help. So explain to me your journey in the solar industry. Where did you start? Obviously I know where you are now, and I know your story, but to me it totally shows a lot of experience and a lot of maturity to have done the things that you've done, and solidified yourself as just one of the most trusted people in the industry. So tell me about that.
Well, one, I want to say thank you. Those words do not fall on deaf ears. You're somebody that I admire and deeply respect. And yeah, just to say kind of what my journey has been coming into the solar industry is, at my time, I started at one of the largest installers in the country.
Yeah.
And learned a lot there, have a lot to be grateful for, which that introduced me to a network of people that really allowed me the opportunity to just understand how many good people are in this industry, and how many good people are trying to do right by homeowners.
Right.
There's another group of people that maybe don't share the same values, but those aren't people that the relationship, at least from my side, that those relationships last very long. And then I had the opportunity to transition to a completely different side of the industry, where I was participating in a tech platform that was providing access to a nationwide network of installers.
Right.
And all that did was gave me more exposure to increase the network of people that I got to work with, and brought me the opportunity to get to know you.
Right.
And to work side by side with people that I think share similar values.
Yeah.
Are looking to level up their circle of friends that they trust. And to me, that's what the coolest part about this job is, that at least for me, what I have is I just have a large network of friends.
Yeah.
And a cool byproduct of that is, we get to do business together.
Yeah. We're a tight-knit industry.
Very much so.
It's a new industry, quote unquote, comparison to other things. And, the amount of friends that I've gained from this industry, and I think we share a lot of similar friend groups because of it, is just cool to see. Because, like you said, some people share our mindsets, other people don't. And it's cool to see kind of, as things shake out, where we all end up. But it seems that the people that think like us tend to be working with the right people over and over again.
I think real ones find each other.
Yeah.
You can pick up on someone's energy, you can pick up on someone's vibe, and hey, that's a person that I want in my circle.
Yeah.
So I want to say maybe the first, if not the first, at most the second conversation, I was like, I just like that dude.
Right.
I'm going to be friends with that guy.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what made everything else after that really fun, and I think kind of organic.
Yeah. And I think even though in our first few interactions, a lot of the stuff we were talking about business-wise might not have been the most positive, we still got along so well, and we could see through that, and we just knew that both of us were aligned in a similar way. So
let me jump in on that though, because those were probably the moments where I learned the most about you.
Right.
I think it's easy to see someone put their best foot forward when you're getting to talk about the good stuff.
Yeah. And
I don't think this is earth-shattering news.
Right.
But I really think you get a feel for somebody when they have justifiable reasons to be mad, or to come at you with something that they're upset about.
Yeah.
And how does somebody conduct themselves in that moment? How do you carry yourself in that?
Yeah.
And within our first couple calls, I'm like, we got a lot of stuff we got to fix. And this is on my side, not on yours.
Right.
But I was really impressed with the manner in which you communicated your frustrations, the way in which you handled yourself. And somebody who's going to be polite, respectful, rational, despite having every reason not to be, makes it that much more impressive to me.
Well, thank you. Yeah, excellent. And, from that, now here we are sitting in a fantastic company where this is your new home. Tell me about the excitement there. Because when you called me and said, this is where you were going to be, and this was going to be, your home now, I could just tell there was excitement in your voice. And I'm just curious, like, what are you looking forward to, and what are the goals of your position?
Yeah, so that is a really unique story for me, and that was a genuine feeling that you got from me. And when I knew that I was at a position where I needed to make my next career move, there were some options on the table that I had. And like I mentioned earlier, having been at one of the largest installers in the country, where we controlled the process, we were in multiple states, and kind of seeing the challenges we faced in scaling. Then having transitioned to the other side, where I worked with a network of installers that were more regionally focused, probably one of the most profound moments, or I guess epiphanies, that I had is how common it is for a salesperson to be faced with the challenge of selling past their installer, or selling past the process, or knowing or hoping that this customer was going to have a smooth experience. Because we're hoping at the end of this, we can get a referral. But
that's tough.
There are probably several times where a salesperson walks out of a home knowing, man, I just hope they don't cancel. And to me, that just exposed to me that there's a really big lack of quality across the industry for great installers with a consistent operational process where their goal is putting the customer first. And let me add an asterisk to that. I don't think you'll find an installer who will tell you their goal isn't to take care of the customer. But does their process
match what they say?
Match what they say. And when I had the opportunity, and I've referenced this story to Mike O'Donnell a couple times, I had actually accepted another job offer before Michael called. And when he called, I was just like, can we swear on here? I was just like, oh shit. I got to take this call. So I pick it up and I tell Michael, hey man, the timing's really bad. Just went through this process with another company. Pretty excited about things. I genuinely was. Said, but when you call, you answer. And Michael was very gracious and said, thank you. He said, he's very polite. If you want me to back away, totally can. I said, well, back in my mind, I'm like, well, there's a lot of people that get engaged that don't get married.
And the Tom Brady of solar is calling you.
The Tom Brady of solar.
Exactly.
Me, am I just not going to take this call?
You got to take it no matter what you're doing.
So as the conversation started happening, probably the person that I run any big decision by is my wife. And when I was comparing another, offer in a situation, my wife wasn't focused on the dollars and cents. She was just like, how do you feel? How do you feel? And I'm like, I feel fine. That's not the point. I want you to look at this. She's like, I don't care about the dollars and cents. I want you to talk, how do you feel? So the night when I accepted the opportunity to work with Val and Michael, I slept the most peacefully I had slept that week.
That's awesome.
And I woke up and I just felt like, man, if that doesn't tell you something, that you landed at the right place and you have the right feeling, that was just a huge confirmation for me. So as a long-winded way of getting to your question, which is what am I hopeful for and what am I excited about, what am I trying to do? There's a confidence and a swagger that I feel innately that comes by being backed by SunSolar. I know that the homeowner's taken care of. That's off the table. I don't even have to question that. So when you know that the operation part of the of the sale is taken care of, which for many people in this industry, they know that's iffy. Those are rocky, choppy waters. To have that confidence is everything, because then you can sell that to anybody.
Well, I mean, that's super apparent, and I'm excited for you, and I'm excited for SunSolar to have you, because being a dealer that sells in a lot of states, I meet a lot of people in the solar industry. I meet installers that nobody's heard of, that have one truck and they're watching YouTube videos, and then I meet installers that are massive and know what they're doing. And I always go to their offices and I check out the operation, just because for me that protects my reps, that protects my customers, and I understand how people are when you meet them face to face and look them in the eyes. But when I come to your new home, SunSolar Solutions office, there's definitely a different vibe around here. There's a different mindset. I mean, you know, I've been to one of the largest installers. I never put deals in through them, but I've been there and I've met, you know, their CEO, their president, and you can just tell everyone's like their hands over the phone. They know they're going to get a bad call. They're kind of shaking, even if they're not. It's just a mentality, and that's the difference of this culture and this office, and it radiates. And I'm super excited to be a partner of SunSolar Solutions, and I'm super excited for you to be here and them to have good people like you. So that must be a cool feeling. And you know, like you said, like the confidence, like, you know, I'm just selling. I'm just a partner of SunSolar Solutions, but I have a hell of a lot more confidence to go in there and push the process and push the envelope with my homeowners and tell my teams to do that, because we're backed by such a remarkable installer. Like, I know things are going to go well, and if they don't, I know they're going to be handled well. And that's all you can ask for in construction. I mean, at the end of the day, you know, this is a company that I'm very passionate about, and I'm passionate about sending my customers this way, because it's just going to make my life a heck of a lot easier with referrals.
I agree, and I also think that comes by way of the fact that you've experienced and you've tested out other options, other processes. You're all the wiser for it.
Right.
That when you kind of meet your match in terms of what you're providing for your homeowners and the way that you're selling, and that's matched on the operations side, it's the perfect fit.
Right.
So
yeah. Well, I really appreciate the time, Chase.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for the future of us working together. I'm excited to
Me too.
to just work with a friend again. You know, no matter where you went, you know, we're still going to be friends, but
Always.
It's cool that we get to work together again, and I'm looking forward to it being prosperous.
Likewise.
Cool. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you.